I wanted to begin by just asking about whether this kind of had harkened back to your childhood, because when I was watching it, it reminded me so much of my childhood, of that escapism of running around and kind of doing things. I mean, was that the kind of genesis of the idea for you?
Yeah, very much so. I knew that in this case, because there's this universal theme of childhood, we've all experienced childhood, we could actually pull from our own. So my co-screenwriter and I, Chris Bergosh and I, we actually took a little bit from our own childhood. I mean, there are scenes in there that I know my parents will remember, oh wait, that our son went through that. But also, that's the goal of this film. I mean, this goal is very much to have the audience be one of the little, gang of friends that experience the summer with Moonee and go on mischievous adventures and have, have little, mischievous antics with her. And so if it works on that level, where audiences will be able to sort of be transported back to the summers of their youth, I think that's one of the main goals we wanted to achieve with this film.
Yeah, it's so strange for a Brit such as me to look at, when you go to Disneyland, you think of this magical, as you say, Magic Kingdom, and then on the cusp of that is all these people really struggling to. I mean, was it hard to kind of bring that story to life, and did you purposely kind of go and look at those people and the way that they were living and everything else?
Oh, most definitely. I think you said that it's weird for a Brit, but it's actually weird for anybody, because as tourists, you don't look there. You see the magic of the parks and the attractions and the resorts, but only a mile away along Route 192, there were a strip of small businesses that were all affected by the recession of '08. And a lot of the motels that were one time focused and targeted, towards tourists who are going to the parks are now basically the last refuge for a lot of families and individuals who are keeping a roof above their head but do not have permanent housing, and they're one step away from the streets. So what we wanted to do, we are not from that world, and Chris Bergosh and I will always make sure that we approach these subjects in the most responsible way possible, and part of that is to approach our screenplays by doing research in a very journalistic way, where we interview people. Basically, we befriend and interview, and so we talked to the residents at many of the motels. We spoke to motel managers. We spoke to small business owners. We spoke to the agencies that provide social services to the needy in the area, just to get like a well-rounded, full picture. And so to the point where we felt confident enough to walk away and write a fictionalized screenplay based on this situation happening there.
You've got this amazing mix of characters, but also cast members as well from all different corners of the world, in terms of Willem Dafoe as a seasoned actor, and actors that haven't acted before, and these young kids. But the mix is so amazing. I mean, you must have been delighted the fact that when you put all these people together, that almost immediately they were like a family.
Well, that was the goal. I mean, you never know how it's going to work, but when you are trying to, you pull seasoned actors, you put seasoned actors together with first-timers, and then sometimes non-professionals. And when I mean non-professionals, I mean people that were pulling off the street at that moment saying, act in our little independent film, thank you very much, we'll never see you again. Those are the non-professionals. But the first-timers are usually, I find them in different ways. Sometimes a conventional way, sometimes an unconventional way. I mean, we cast Bria Vinai off of Instagram, and I found little Valeria Cotto in Target. So, and to mix this all up is very interesting, because I think there's sort of an alchemy that happens on set, where the seasoned actor will bring sometimes a method and sometimes a very formal approach to acting, while our first-timers have something in which it's almost like naivete and just their freshness and their technique will rub off on the seasoned actor or excite the seasoned actor, and vice versa. So it's a really interesting thing to see happen on set. I think it excites people and it keeps people in the moment and it keeps people in character, which is really interesting.
I mean, you've taken this movie kind of to loads of different places in the globe, and you've had such amazing reactions. I mean, that alone must be great for you as a filmmaker, to see so many people engaging with it, but also in kind of taking away different things from it as well.
Yeah, it really is really wonderful to see that it's been warmly received all over the globe now. Like we just heard about it screening last night in Mumbai to very enthusiastic audiences, and I think it's about the fact that everyone has experienced childhood. That's the thing. I mean, people are seeing themselves in little Moonee and her little group of friends, and I think that's what's making this universal connection. That's why somebody on one side of the globe can connect with these characters that are taking place in, you know, the on the other side of the globe. Sorry. Sorry.
It's all good.
No, okay. Go ahead.
Let me ask you one more finally,
yes.
Just very quickly then. So in terms of like next project, are you thinking bigger or are you thinking smaller again?
No, I'm not really thinking of my next project yet. I think I really want to see the way that this film, how audiences, you know, so far we've been on the festival circuit primarily. I mean, that's what I'm doing here at the London Film Festival, and we get to see how festival audiences react, but I really want to see how general audiences connect with the film and what sort of social impact this film can have and ride that out a little bit. I mean, I would like to see the agencies that we worked with in Kissimmee and Orlando be able to actually develop affordable housing complexes in that area. That would be an incredible success for the film. So no plans for anything yet, but I'm sure that spending time with this film out on the road, I'll find inspiration.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey You Guys!